What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm going to be showcasing what I've been using as my everyday laptop for, I'd have to say, at least 2 months now. Now you may be looking at this and say, is this a Chromebook? And yes, it is. This is the C733 311 Chromebook, I want to say. And it's not a Chromebook anymore though, because I have installed Linux on here. Specifically, I installed Void Linux, which is now my second favorite distribution. Favorite, Gentoo, but for example, like laptops or computers, which are just a little slower and I don't want to be compiling all the time, I have found Void to be extremely fast still, and I like it more than Arch because it, I guess because of the init system, which, I mean, then you can use Artix, which I would support Artix if you want to have a Linux distribution which has more default app support and like the package management, because Void Linux doesn't have a super huge variety of packages in their package managing system. It has gotten me by though for my needs, but I just find Void Linux's overall, even their packaging system, I think it might even be faster than Pacman from Arch Linux. So, and by the way, I was not trying to, okay, whatever. I was not trying to piss anyone off by doing that, but let's go ahead and open this laptop, and oh, yeah, I don't really have it configured right, so it just automatically boots. But basically, I just did a firmware hack for the Chromebook, and then I was just able to install Void Linux as I would with any other device or any Linux distribution really I could have done. I'd say the one downside about this laptop is that it only has 32 gigabytes of storage, which sucks. But I'm surprised at how much storage free I actually still have. I have my music downloaded on there. I have both Google Chrome for my schoolwork, and then I have Firefox for my own stuff. I have Minecraft installed on there, both 1.8.9 and 1.12. I haven't installed the newer versions because I did experiment with the slightly newer versions, and they didn't run quite as good. I do have Roblox working on here through Sober. Thank you, Sober. I have some other games on here too, so I will showcase them. But let's go ahead and just get this started up. So I'm not using any desktop manager or login manager. I'm not using a desktop manager for that, so I'm just gonna type in my username, and I am not going to tell you all my password, but I have just typed it in, and now I'll click enter. As you can see, I'm logged in. Now I can just type in start X, and basically there you have it. I have my Rat Poison, what is it? Rat Poison window manager setup. Why is it kind of out of focus? There we go. That is way better. So I have the brightness working through ACP-ID. So I suppose now that I have my window manager all set up, I can showcase it through actually OBS, because I can run OBS in here. Oh wait, wrong command. I'm using one hand with this, so it's kind of strange. So I got OBS, and it's not focusing, but I guess that's okay. Yep, OBS. So, and look, got OBS up and running. So let's go ahead and go into the computer. And with that cringe transition, y'all, I have transitioned over to my laptop just like that. And the quality may be a little low just because the screen resolution is, I think, like 1366 by 768 or something like that. I don't know, it's somewhere around there, so it's not an extremely high screen resolution, but I'd say it'll get the job done. And for screen size, it is still a very good screen resolution. It does look good. It's just that when watching on larger screens, it doesn't look quite as good. So let's showcase this. So first, this is Lugaru. I'm in the first campaign here. As you can see, running very smoothly. I can play Lugaru on my Chromebook. I'm not very far into the campaign because this wasn't my main computer when I started playing it, but I guess I could just kill this guy, pick up his knife, you know what I'm saying, just steal his stuff. Kind of, oh, I don't want to wake these guys up, but I might end up doing that by accident. Oh man, I tried to do a knife kill while he was on the ground, but that didn't work. So that's sad, but okay, come on, man. Stop reversing my Yes, bro. Okay, there I stabbed him. I think I killed him before that though. But anyway, uh oh yeah, I gotta okay, I killed that guy and this guy. Okay, I killed him. And now I have passed this mission, I guess. I don't really know what I'd call it. I think I'm good. Okay. And so that's basically how this thing goes. But I'm gonna just quit because there's still other games I gotta show y'all. So AssaultCube, these are some light games, you know. This should be working on here anyway. Uh, so as you can see, AssaultCube is working. Got my SMG. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, this map's kind of cool. You know, what I really like about the old games and their reflections is that there were, I don't know, I just kind of like the reflections inside of the old games more. They look more clean to me. Like they look more realistic these days, don't get me wrong, but I kind of just like the look of the older graphics with those reflections. I think they just look really good. And I don't really like how overly complicated they're making things uh with technology all these days. Like, damn, this looks pretty nice. This is just my opinion though. But anyway, as you can see, AssaultCube works pretty well. Let's go over to, you know what, I may as well showcase that. You know, let's just do some Roblox. Let's go over to Roblox and showcase that. So on a day-to-day on this computer, I'm not playing games all the time, but I figured to show how actually great this computer is for, like, I'm surprised at how good this computer is because, I mean, you know, you'd expect it's just a Chromebook, but what I really love about it, like, and I have an $800 laptop, so I feel kind of bad that I'm not, and that I'm using this $40 Chromebook that I bought off of eBay instead of it, but the battery life is insane, you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, so Roblox, I don't know what the FPS is, especially since I'm recording right now, what it's gonna be, but let's see. Okay, yeah, that FPS is low. Also, did they change the font on that? I don't know. Yeah, usually the FPS is not that low in this game. Probably because I'm recording right now, it is a little lower. You know, that's just how it works when you don't have an extremely powerful computer and you're trying to record it. But I guess I could, just for now, reduce my graphics by a bit. So I'm at the lowest graphics setting now. It still feels pretty playable though to me. Um, I don't know. It says it's pretty low on FPS, but it feels fine right now. Believe it or not, I don't know. Um, but usually when I'm not recording and I have tested out this game before, I don't really play Jailbreak. I don't really play Roblox anymore much, but I just figured I'd try it out on here. Oh shoot, is that a cop, man? Get me the frick out of here, bro. Where's the Volt bike? Okay. Okay, I'm like, get me the heck out of here, you know what I'm saying? Usually the FPS in this game will be around, I want to say like 40 FPS, but it's around 25-ish. Okay, now it's going down to 15 because I'm trying to load in all of this new things around the map. Okay, and they have an oxygen level now for when you're underwater. That is great. See, this is why I don't play Jailbreak anymore. They have overcomplicated this game so much, and I think that it is still a good game, but it's just too much different than what I remember when I used to play Jailbreak, so it's kind of hard for me to play. And also, I still do think it's kind of overcomplicated. I think they added a little too much to the game. But hey, so that works. Oopsies, I did not mean to. Can I just they got into a console in Jailbreak. I'm like, yo, let's freaking. Oh, no, I don't want to die. Do I lose bounty when I die? Oh no, I'm thinking of block roots, I think. I don't know. So that's that game. Let's see. Minecraft. Oh wait, I'm using Prism Launcher, by the way. So 1.12 works pretty good on here. I'm using an offline account right now just because of the fact that because when I'm at school, um, they block either like they don't block Microsoft, so I'm guessing they block the Minecraft services. And I have tried to use OpenVPN, which OpenVPN I have gotten working on this laptop. Yes, and my world is called Survive, bitch. And basically, uh, yeah, my VPN doesn't work there. I'm guessing they just block the VPN service, either that or the port. If they block the port, I could try running my VPN through a different port, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's no biggie, really. I could still play Minecraft 1.12 at school. And I'm sure y'all have heard of Eaglercraft before, playing either 1.5 or 1.8. And, it's pretty good, but I get even more performance on it like this with and 1.12, just some more stuff. It's pretty nice, and I can play other games on here too. I really like being on Void Linux on here. This is pretty great. So I'm gonna just extend my sugarcane stuff. I don't really know why I'm doing it anyway though. But yeah, so this is what it's looking right now. I'm gonna have to mine up some sand, make some glass here. I have a little farm over here. I don't know what y'all think of it, but I think it's looking pretty good. I got a little, let me take y'all inside. I got a little bed over here. Oh no, I found 3 sheep finally. It was like I spawned in the middle of a spruce forest. This is actually a pretty cool lake, but I spawned in the middle of a spruce forest. I walked so far to get here, and yeah, there was no one there. There were no sheep. There was only chickens and wolves, bruh. So this is what my chest looking like. Got some chicken, KFC, you know what I'm saying? Gonna have to eat some chicken right before bed. Oh, I'm not hungry. Never mind. I guess go to bed. And I do suppose this gives a pretty good overall like review of the performance of this laptop. This performance on this laptop. Oh, whoa, this is in Russian. What does it say? That is not Russian. Never mind. Okay, so I'd say that gives a pretty good overview of the performance of this laptop. Now I do want to show you, yeah, and after cleaning out my music folder a bit more now, because I used to have like 60 albums downloaded, now I only have 40 because I realized honestly a lot of them I didn't listen to. I'd say these 40 are like the perfect 40 albums that fit me, and I just like those 40 albums. So let's go to, oh yeah, if I do df-h, so I have, oh, it only says I have 6.4 gigabytes available. I would think it'd be more, maybe if I, here, let me do my, okay, I just cleared up, 100 megabytes, but, I'm a realistically say that I have about 7 gigabytes free, even with my 4 gigabyte swap, but, and by the way, this computer only has 4 gigabytes of RAM, which may sound kind of bad, but surprisingly, it has given me no issues. So, overall, review of this Chromebook, I have to say I'm very surprised at what I got for $40 off of eBay. A Chromebook 311 or a Chromebook C733 311. This Chromebook works fantastic. It could last me, I want to say like 3 school days if I'm not using it at home and on a single charge, and it gives me, great performance. I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, my other laptop could be running some more stuff. I could be storing some more stuff on it. But other than that, that's like the only thing I could complain about this laptop. And there even is a micro SD slot in the side. So I could buy, and micro SD cards are pretty big these days. I could buy like a a 2 terabyte micro SD card, and then I'd have like 4 times as much as my other laptop. So, but that'd be pretty expensive. But if I bought like even let's say like a 128 gigabyte micro SD card, that would be, I'd say, more than plenty for a laptop for me, and I could store a pretty good amount on it. more games, more, I could save my like video files, maybe some movies on here, and what else was I gonna say? Performance wise, I mean, there's nothing really that I could do about not being able to play more games, but honestly, Minecraft and Roblox, when I do happen to play a game, it'll probably just be like, Minecraft, maybe Roblox and Lugaru. So it's not like I'm really needing much more performances than this anyway. So if you guys are in a similar position like that, I would definitely recommend buying a Chromebook and firmware hacking it so that you could install Linux or some other operating system on it, because then it is way more customizable than the default Chrome OS. Um, One thing is though, you can't just buy any Chromebook or just have any Chromebook that's laying around if it is an ARM-based processor. I don't think that there are any firmware hacks for ARM-based processors, so this is a 64-bit Chromebook that is running right now. So I guess do your study. Go to Mr. Chromebox Tech. Here, let me go to Mr. Chromebox Tech. Oh no, Mr. Chromebox.tech. If you go to this website, you can get literally everything for the firmware hacks and stuff. This is what got me here. So, thank you, Mr. Chromebox. Yeah, uh, yeah, and make sure you uh, read the, I guess, terms of service. I'm sure there's a terms of service here or something, because basically they say you could break your device, although if you do everything safely and you're not like 1% while you do it or something, while you're switching up the firmware and then your battery dies while you're switching firmware, I don't think you could break it really. I mean, there are other ways, I guess, too, you could break it, but as long as as long as you follow the instructions, you'll be fine. If you try to go out of your way though and do something else, yeah, you could do something bad. So you could just go to the supported devices list here and search up whatever Chromebook model. For example, this is a C733. See, look, there's the 511 C733 and there's also the 311 C733. This is the one I have. And so what I did was I just followed one of these methods. I just did the battery method because that sounded really easy. So what I did was I just pulled the back cover off of this laptop, disconnected the battery, put the back of the laptop back on, but I didn't put the screws back in because I was gonna take it back off after. So after I put the back on, I ran the firmware script to hack the firmware. Once the firmware was all hacked, I took the cover back off, connected the battery again, and then I screwed on the back, and everything worked great. I was able to install Void Linux, and here I am. So I've been using it for about, I'm gonna say 2 months now. Solid, no issues. Actually, there was one issue, but I was able to fix it, and that was the sound drivers. So just be aware of that. You'll have to, what worked for me was I just used the LTS, the latest LTS version of the Linux kernel, because otherwise it didn't have the correct patches for the sound drivers that this Chromebook needed. So I'd say if you are having troubles with sound issues, just go to the latest LTS version of the Linux kernel. It'll be, I'm pretty sure, like the most stable version anyway, so just go ahead and do that if you're having sound issues. I suppose that will bring this video to a wrap now, and hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all learned something new. Maybe y'all even consider, maybe y'all will consider buying like a $30 or $40 Chromebook off of eBay too, because honestly, this has been a very good experience for me, and I hope y'all have a good day. See y'all on the next one.